Hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. Today is the 30th. Let's see what is going on in the world right now. I mean, the big talking point that we keep talking about, literally it's on everyone's mind. So, I mean, how can we not talk about it? Is the trade war that's going on and the shipping. The shipping. That's what we want to look at. Let's take a look at some news, see what's going on in the world. Let's take a look at this. All right. Okay. Okay, big drop, like 40%. Insane. I don't know if for you guys, I haven't seen the empty shelves yet, but I know it's coming. Well, in terms of food, we should be okay with food. We make most of our own food, so I'm not expecting a shortage in food. It's mostly stuff. I think that's what everyone says. Like, if you just don't buy as much stuff, you're not gonna have a problem. Okay. Okay. Are you guys concerned at all? Okay. Okay. Pre-ordered. He thinks they pre-ordered. I don't know. You think about it, right? How can you pre-order that much stuff? And even if you pre-ordered, you're eventually gonna run out of stuff. Let's go take a look at hopefully this works. Okay. Live shipping. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Let me get to it. Let's look at shipping container traffic that's been going on. Let's see how it's going. Okay, we'll find out. Because here's the problem, okay? Even if you pre-order, I've talked about this a few times now. Hopefully this works. Let me know. This website messes up. All right, let's take a look at it. Okay, this is uh shipping live shipping map. Okay, it gets updated, I believe, every 10 minutes. So you can see how much traffic is going in and out. And keep in mind, I keep mentioning each one of these the yellow ones are cargo ships. Let's see if this is work. You see, you click on them, you can kind of tell. It tells you where the ship was before and where it's going. So this one in particular is going to Costa Rica. Costa Rica. Okay. And then the red ones are military ships. It just says warship. Interesting. Okay. So the red ones are warships. Okay. So you expect those there. Oh, what's this? This is new. I guess these are shipping lanes around Catalina. Or maybe this lets you know that this is American territory. All right. So let's go into, we want to go into right here, Long Beach. Right. One of the biggest ports. Looks dire empty. Okay, so this one, the last port was in Korea. That was 22 days. Do you see here at bottom here it says 22 days? So you guys know each one of these container ships, from the time it leaves the port over here, from the time that it lands over here in America, it's about like 2 or 3 weeks. I've ordered containers before. I know, okay. It takes a while for them to get here. So I wanted you guys to keep thinking about. I mentioned this before. Um, since all the trade, every day that this trade war goes on and shipments are not going out, that's 2 or 3 weeks before, like you every day you're gonna feel that it's a lagging effect because each one of these ships, they come in daily. That's how, like they plan these things out. I know a friend, he plans it every week. He had a container coming in because you gotta go roll it in. So you see the traffic, very light here. And then I wanted to bring this up. I brought it up last time. Is there's very light traffic coming into the United States ports, uh, Los Angeles and Long Beach. Those are our main ports on the West Coast. Very light traffic, but you see, there's lots of ships going. They're going down here to the Panama. You see, like there's tons of ships going. They're going into Canada. You see here, and they are going down to South America, and we can see the activity that's going on over here in Asia. Lots of activity, but keep in mind, I mentioned this before as well. It's kind of hard to take a look at all these ships here because there's multiple different countries here involved in this. There's Japan here, there's Korea, there's China, there's Taiwan, there's Vietnam, and Philippines. I don't know if there's a lot of like ships that come in and out of the Philippines, to be honest. You guys can let me know, right? Again, let me know if this is all black. Last time I tried to do this, like this website was giving me lots of trouble. At least in sharing the screen. So Shenzhen, this is where like a lot of the stuff, electronics and stuff come from. Lots of activity. Lots of activity there. Ships going in and out. All right. Guangzhou. Okay. So I don't know. We keep saying deals. And even if deals are made, trade deals are made, there's going to be a gap because the ships are not coming in. And that's West Coast. Let's go take a look at East Coast. Ooh, again, red ships. I like to actually, let's change it to yachts. I like to see the yachts. Because what I found fun is, oh my gosh, look at all these yachts. Oh my gosh. In the Bahamas. Imagine you're just like chilling on your yacht in the Bahamas. All these yachts here. You know what's also funny, or at least I find it interesting, is there's all these yachts in America, right? Boom, boom, boom. Let's look at. Oh, yeah, actually, Europe has some yachties too, but in Asia there are no yachts. They're like, what's a yacht? Oh, interesting. Look at this path here. All these yacht type classified yacht boats. They're all going to Australia. Okay. So it seems like if you're living the good life, this is where you're going. Boom, boom, boom. There's like a big path here and then they come from South America all to Australia. So I guess that's where they're going. But in Asia, no yachts. No yachts in Asia. There are no yachts in Russia. But I guess if you're like a Russian oligarch, you're not hanging out in Russia with your yacht. You're going like over here, over here. Oh, like so that's what I'm saying. Oligarch yachts. That's what we. But there's not. I don't see any of them here. Oh, okay. There's some. What's this? I'm just curious because this one's right off the coast of North Korea. Oh, it doesn't. Come on, let me know. I want to know. Okay. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. Okay. I'm not I'm not from the East Coast, so I'm not as familiar with their port activity. Let's turn off the yachts. It's too distracting. It seems like the East Coast has more activity. Let's see. But I don't like again, I'm not from the East Coast, so I'm not as familiar with what's their main thing. But I see a lot of stuff coming in here because this is our European trade partners. They ship through here, East Coast. Again, though, you can see in the Europe, the traffic looks like it's going. They're doing a lot. Oh, never mind. This is just for them to go through to China. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Go through the Cape. Go through China. And then there's this path here that you can. I wonder. I don't see a lot of traffic here, but like it seems like it would be totally possible that maybe you got someone that knows more about how these trade routes are done. I'm just curious about this shortcut that you could obviously see here to go to Asia. How come it's not as busy? Maybe there's ice. I mean, it looks like it. Look, they cut into it. How come it's not as busy as the Panama Canal? Someone enlighten me, because this part here, this Panama Canal is here. It's look. There's like tons of ships in here. Yeah, dude, the trade. It is very concerning to see the levels of trade that's going on. That's insane. Insane. We'll come back to that. Let's play more of this because oops, sorry, I forgot to share the screen, guys. Here's what I'm talking about. Ooh, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. You know what's crazy? I was out and about this weekend, and again, I didn't see empty shelves. So we'll see. It seems like people were buying as normal, but we'll see once we get into the later months and see how it goes, because that's when we're gonna see the effects of all this. Go back to shipping. This is, I don't know. I found this website yesterday, or not yesterday, last week, and I've been obsessed with looking at the different things that are going on. Let's look at fishing. Ah, yeah, I've been obsessed with looking at this map. Oh my god, look at this. All these ships all around Iceland. They look from far away, it looks like they're just like ganging up on Iceland, like, give me your fish. every time I think about Iceland, Greenland, Norway, Sweden, these like Scandinavian countries, I think about um, Andrew Zimmerman. If you guys watch that show, or even even Anthony Bourdain. If you guys remember, like an old episode of Anthony Bourdain visiting. I want to say it was like Norway. It was one of the Scandinavian countries, and I remember him. And on these old school travel shows, they they used to eat all kinds of funky foods before like the internet really started to like blow up and stuff, and we just had these travel shows, and they were going around eating all kinds of exotic foods. And I always remember, I think it was it was either or Zimmerman or Bourdain saying that the I want to say it's Norway, saying that the fermented shark is the grossest thing that he's ever eaten, ever. And it's one of the few times that I remember seeing Zimmerman having. I'm gonna look it up later, but it's one of the few times I remember seeing them just basically spit the food out and just say straight up to the host. Because usually, like you remember watching Bourdain, he even though something was not to his liking or whatever, he's usually very nice. And but this was one of the few times that he Norway. I'm pretty sure it's Norway. Sure. Let me see if I can see what does it look like. Okay, let me share the screen. Let me stop sharing this. I'm talking about this right here. This fermented shark. Oh, I think was it Iceland? Yeah, it's Iceland. Okay. I remember that episode because I remember watching that when I was little, and him eating the fermented shark, and he just like, this is not like, this is not it right here. You see here, it smells bad. I'm sure it tastes bad. It's assuming this is like old school, old school Viking survival food. Hakar. Yeah. Okay. Okay, you see here? Boom, boom. See right here? I don't know if you guys can see here. It says, when Anthony Bourdain visited Iceland to eat the worst food he's ever tasted. Okay. So I just bring this up because I thought it was funny that I see all these ships coming around Iceland right here. Because you think, God, imagine this area is super cold and not much. What kind of fish are you guys getting? You're not getting that warm tropical fish, okay? You're getting brutal ice fish. you know? So yeah, I don't know. That's when I think about Iceland, that's what I think about. All right. Let's finish this up and we'll be out of here. Unless there's something else you guys wanted to cover today. Okay, never mind. Poop. All right, that's that. But yeah, that's basically my morning. Every day, I kind of just take a look at the ships ever since I found this website 2 weeks ago, I just want to see, because the thing is, like, Trump kept saying, like, there's deals to be made, and my issue with the deals thing is, if there are deals to be made, usually would announce the deals, but he hasn't been. So that's to me, that's a strange thing. Usually, like, he's very quick to let people know what he's doing, and I don't see that right now. But that's it for today. I'll be back later, so we will find out. We will find out. Uh, get some work done, get a chance to see what's going on in the world, and unless there's something that you guys find very interesting, let me know, and we can talk about it, because all right. See you guys later.